This may sound like an odd approach, but have you ever considered when you're feeling anxiety to just allow it? I don't say that lightly because most assuredly, I promise you, I know what it's like to feel intense anxiety. If you've suffered from anxiety and panic, you know how much effort it takes to focus, to try to dissipate those feelings and make yourself feel better. So recently, I had a thought that if instead of opposing the panic and anxiety when it arises, what if I just allowed it? There is so much fear around having panic and anxiety. It's not just the experience of it itself. There's also all the fear around the panic and anxiety. So you and I are experiencing really terrible feelings that we feel no control over, and at the same time, we're afraid of those feelings. I've mentioned previously I have a degree in art therapy and have worked in mental health counseling, so I always find it a challenge to try to find a way to overcome whatever is going on mentally or emotionally, because I do not want anyone to suffer, and if there's a way that I can figure out that can help others and myself, I always want to do that, and then share the wisdom that I've learned. This may also sound like an odd statement, but I've noticed that anxiety and panic in and of themselves are not very smart. Let me explain what I mean. If you see anxiety and panic not as you, but as separate entities, I notice that panic and anxiety always try to give us a reason for why they're arising. For example, the panic and anxiety might tell you that you don't have enough finances. The panic and anxiety may tell you that someone important in your life is going to leave. The panic and anxiety always has some reason that it's made up for why it's there. But I've discovered that the reason the panic and anxiety is telling you it is there is not really why it's there. Are you ever fast asleep and the panic and anxiety just wakes you right up? There you are. You sit up straight in your bed, wide awake, with this terrible feeling that has overwhelmed you. And then the panic and anxiety begins to tell you all the reasons why it woke you. You're going to run out of money. You're going to be alone. Something's going to happen to your car. Everything's not going to work out the way that you thought it would. On and on and on, causing a great deal of unnecessary suffering to you and to me. And this, my sweet friend, is why I decided to challenge the panic and anxiety, to call it out for what it is. If we personify panic and anxiety, they would be like little spoiled children. Panic and anxiety just want their way. They're throwing a tantrum. They do what they do to get the effect that they want. And the effect that panic and anxiety ultimately want from us is fear. So what if you and I decided that panic and anxiety just weren't these ever so powerful tantrum-throwing children, and instead we allowed them to have their tantrum and then just go away? What if, my sweet friend, you and I chose to deal with panic and anxiety in a different way than we have previously? What if we decided to just allow those feelings to be there, to not try to stop it, to not fear it, but just to allow it, to actually just be with those feelings as intense as they are? Because don't you and I both know that the intense feelings always pass? They come, they seem to attack us, and then they go away. The truth of the matter is, my sweet friend, that you are way more powerful than any feelings whatsoever. When you realize how powerful you truly are, that fear is nothing to be afraid of, and that panic and anxiety are just bullies on the playground or children having a tantrum, then, my sweet friend, you can once again confront and take control of panic and anxiety. My heart's desire for you is that you see how amazing you truly are, how magnificent you are, and that you rise up, dust yourself off, and forge forward in your life, because you are on this planet to do great things that no one else can. Remember who you truly are. If Swanky Genius encouragements helped your heart, we'd be ever so grateful if you liked, commented, subscribed, shared our podcasts, and check out our book, journal, and coloring book series featuring Lamp the cat and Swanky Genius the bird, who are whimsical best pals at swankygenius.com.